and welcome to the first ever ChrisCross Media Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm here with my lovely co-host, the wonderful, the beautiful,
one and only,
the modified genius,
Christian. There we go. We just had to, cut to the chase.
I'm sorry, when I get excited, I just kind of ramble.
Yeah, I'm sorry for all you headphone users out there. I think I might have screamed into the mic too loud.
Including myself, who's hearing you. This is the ChrisCross Media Podcast. We've been talking about doing this for a long time, and we're finally here. We're really excited. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer that came out this week, and just talking about the game we know, what we don't know, and speculating about certain things. We're going to debate about the Alolan Pikachu. Is that a thing?
The Alolan Pikachu
we'll
that
see.
is going to be in the game.
We're going to talk about Pokemon Generations, the awesome special that is on YouTube. These awesome Nike self-lacing shoes that were just announced this week. Then we're talking about some Blu-ray and movie releases that came out, and also answer a fan question.
Only one? Only
one this week, but we'll answer more coming up. So Christian.
Yes.
Yes. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very, very good. My ankle is almost 100%. For those that don't know, I injured my ankle 5 months ago, and
you have. How does one manage to injure their ankle?
I was playing basketball, and I thought I could block my cousin, and yep, I'm never trying that again. And adding insult to injury, after I owned myself, he still scored on me.
Is your cousin much taller than you?
Nope.
Bigger? Oh. Shout out to the ankle busting cousin.
Thank you for taking me out of the game for 5 months.
5 months. But you were still, on your Snapchat, still posting Pokemon Go walking pics. I remember you're texting me like, oh, I'm in such pain and I can't walk and this and that. And then you'd send me like these sad photos and text of you icing your ankle. And then 20 minutes later, you're outside. I caught a Squirtle. And you're like, you're playing Pokemon Go. And I'm like,
Pokemon Go has changed my life.
I play Pokemon Go.
No, but yeah, shout out to Pokemon Go. For real, I still play the game. I know that the fan base has dropped a little bit, or significantly actually, but it has definitely got me out of the house, waking up early, and helped me lose 11 pounds this month. So shout out to Niantic, the Pokemon Company, and Pokemon Go.
And Nintendo.
Yeah, and Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo they always will get a little shout out from us. So the ankle's healing, that's good. Mm-hmm. With me, I've been editing.
Yeah, what are you up to?
I'm editing. I'm working on some cool scrapped. I'm working on the Disney's Epic Mickey scrapped episode, which I'm very excited to post. And if you haven't checked out the scrapped, I'm going to shamelessly plug it on our own channel and our own show. Check out scrapped. I put a lot of work and effort into it, so please check it out. I just posted the Spider-Man scrapped. And what else? What else did I do this week? I was on the Polaris. I did a lot of things Polaris. I was on Daily Bites and Friend Zone, which is unfortunately both ending.
I got friend zoned this weekend, but
what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
My girlfriend's gonna kill me.
I know.
All right, go on.
Be gentle. So the 7th anniversary of ChrisCross Media just happened last week. Are you familiar with this, Christian?
Was that really? That happened?
That was not a dream.
Man, 7 years.
7 years. We made a cool video, just kind of reminiscing of some key moments. My 7 favorites moments, and then you gave a couple of your favorite videos. And what was your reaction to the reactions to the video? We got a lot of nice messages, a lot of nice comments.
Oh, yeah. You know me. I love reading the comments. That is one of the things that I live for. It was just amazing.
It really was.
It made me happy. It put a smile to my face. So thank you to everyone that commented on that video or even thought about commenting. But One of the comments that stick out was from, I believe his name is Mr. Bagon.
Yeah, Mr. Bagon. Great guy.
Yeah, I remember him from a long time ago. From our old videos.
He's been around for a while.
Just like, oh,
yeah.
You remember? And he's just like, oh, I miss you and stuff like that. And I was just like, damn, people still
remember that comment. He's like, I remember you, Christian. That made me smile.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah.
Comment right away. Shout out to everyone deserves a shout out on in our fan base. Maybe we'll do a whole fan episode. I think we should do that. But quick shout out to Midnight and Beyond. I think he's a great guy. He has a great channel.
True.
I was very fortunate enough to meet him. We had a little meetup months ago at Disneyland, and we took a picture in front of the Disneyland castle.
Okay, yeah, I saw that. I saw that picture.
Great guy, and he's been there since day one. Mario, what?
No, I'm over here pointing my finger in the air, but then I just realized we're not doing video. We're only doing.
Oh yeah,
audio.
this is Christian. This is audio, my friend.
I'm sorry.
He's waving. He's doing all these symbols with his hands.
We got to bump it up to video eventually.
Maybe we'll do an audio version for iTunes eventually, and we'll do the video. We'll have it a special for the YouTube audience. But this is the first episode. We're just kind of winging it, having fun and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. And I will open this up to you guys. What would you like to see with this podcast? Right now, what we plan to do is just kind of talk about things going on in our lives and gaming news, entertainment news, random news that kind of happened during the week that Christian and I are interested in. Yeah. And we what's great about you and I is we like the same things, but sometimes we have differing opinions on certain things, and we can have a friendly debate about certain things, like one of the topics being, which I'm very excited to get to, the Alola Pikachu, which you and I have been talking about for weeks and weeks.
Since ALOLAN forms were announced.
Yeah. It's
especially since ALOLAN Raichu has been announced.
Which,
man.
we'll get into that in a second. We'll get to that. All right? You're jumping the gun.
We can't give them the goods yet, Let's save that a little bit later.
That was a little tease. Let's talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pokemon Sun and Moon. This is a game that comes out November 18 on the Nintendo 3DS. I am very, very excited for this game, and I have not been excited for a Pokemon game in a very, very long time. I was.
The last game that I was excited for? Sorry to cut you off.
No, well, I probably am the same. Soul Silver was my last one. Yeah.
Yeah. Heart
Soul
Gold.
Silver. Yeah, I was a Soul Silver fan. You were the Heart Gold. I will say the X and Y forms were pretty cool to me. I was really into those the X and Y form for Mewtwo and the X and Y form for Charizard and all that. But I didn't play the game.
I know.
Yeah,
me either.
I was always excited when they announced the new form or the design.
I feel so bad for saying that, but I have a legit excuse.
You sold your 3DS, right?
Yeah, I had to sell my 3DS. I didn't get to beat Ocarina of Time on it, and I think I got one badge in X and Y, and then I had to sell my 3DS, and I have yet to play. I still have the games, I just don't have the console.
I have the game, which is funny. I have the game, and I have Black and White and Black and White 2. I have Black 2 and White. I don't know. One of those. I don't know. But I didn't play them. And the last Pokemon game I legitimately played was Soul Silver, and I wanted to.
To me, that's the best Pokemon game ever made.
Absolutely. I wanted to get the remakes for the Generation 3, the Ruby,
Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool. But that aside, this new game, Pokemon Sun and Moon, I am so excited for just several reasons. Graphically, they really pushed it. The Pokemon, I think the designs, for a very long time, I've been very negative about the art style and the designs, but I actually think that these are pretty solid. Great characters.
Yeah, definitely.
I have
all the new characters I'm excited for. the whole region in general.
The Hawaiian scene really captures my excitement. I have a few little nitpicks I think we'll get into, but overall I'm very excited for this game, and I will buy it on November. When's it coming? November 18th?
November 18th, man. I was just mentioning that date to you.
What? Why?
That's the day I'm going to go see George Lopez.
Show!
So now I don't know if I'm going to be... Show! Watcha! Hello. What am I going to do? Am I going to be playing Pokemon Sun while I'm watching George Lopez? Or do I don't know, man. That's a tough choice. I don't
Lopez
know what
or
I'm
Pokemon? Well, have fun seeing George Lopez live. We do have a history with George Lopez. I think we should talk about that eventually on this show. Okay, let's talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon. All right, we're both excited for the game. There's some new Pokemon that were announced this week. There is Passimian, who is I looked up on Bulbapedia, and it said it was a ruffed lemur, based on a rough lemur. And when I said that on Daily Bite this morning, I got some flack by Chad. For those familiar with Chad, and he was saying, "Oh, it's not a rough lemur. It's something else." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." So it's a monkey.
He reminds me of that king from Madagascar.
Yeah, which is a lemur. Yeah. King Julian.
Yeah, King Julian.
I like to move. So
that's gonna be his name in my game. King Julian.
King Julian. And then we have Oranguru, which I think is a...
Wait, what was that?
Oranguru.
I'm pretty sure you meant to say Haramburu.
Harambe. Oh my god.
I had to.
I know you did. Oranguru, which is based off of a orangutan, and it is a normal psychic Pokemon.
Which is a weird typing. I was looking at that
today.
It is. What?
And then this is what I found really funny, and I did mention this on Daily Bite. I'll mention it again for the viewers here. I looked at the stats for both of these Pokemon, and Christian, you've been to the zoo, right? Or you've at least watched an animal documentary. You've opened a zoology book, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah, orangutans are pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
pretty strong. Yeah,
pretty strong. And lemurs, they're pretty tiny.
And weak.
Yeah. Okay, so hear this. The height for Passimian is 6'7".
What?
It weighs 182 pounds.
Jesus.
Oranguru is 4'11", 167 pounds.
Oh my god, they got this all messed up.
Yeah. I think they switched them.
I think they have Niantic developers working over there. Have you seen the stats on that game? Oh my god.
I got a fat ass Pidgey, man. Okay, so here's the thing. I think maybe that was a translation error, or maybe that's just how it is. I don't know.
Man.
I don't know. I'm still upset that Charizard's only 5'7".
The ALOLAN regions are messing up with the Pokemon's genetics, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't. But let me tell you this. I have a theory. Passimian. Have you taken a good look at this Pokemon?
Not really. I mean,
okay.
I'm kind of into lady Pokemon, but...
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, I was checking this dude out, right? And he's a fighting Pokemon. He has an attack. It's called a Receiver.
Oh, yeah. It's ability. Receiver?
It's Receiver. Yeah. And I think that's a reference. I think he's based on a football player. He is actually in the stance of a football player.
Yeah, he's in a 3-point stance, and he has like
he's
got a coconut thing, right?
He has a persimmon. It's a fruit found in Hawaii, and he's holding it like a football. And he has this little. I don't know if it's he's wearing the shell of a persimmon as well, or that's just his head. But it looks like he's wearing a helmet as well.
Hence, Passimian.
Yeah, Simeon. He's passing, and Simeon.
Pretty sure Simeon is Latin for like a monkey, right?
It is, absolutely. Yeah. And this is the whole thing about Hawaii and the Pacific and all that. And the Rose Bowl is huge, and it's where it's played in Hawaii, right? The Rose Bowl.
Whoa, I did not know that.
The Rose Bowl is in Hawaii every year after the Super Bowl.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that they paid homage to Rose Bowl or at least football. I don't even watch football, but I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely.
Hey man, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You did your research. That's crazy.
I did.
I mean, it's not crazy that you did your research. You do your research. It's just it's crazy.
You hear that backpedaling, folks?
Football, man.
And then so then we also have Oranguru, who is this normal psychic. And what do you think about this guy?
He reminds me of, a sad little gorilla that was.
Holy
No, just kidding.
I need to sip water. Holy crap.
No, I like the name. That he's a guru.
It's cool.
He's very knowledgeable. He's an old wise ape who's just chilling. I don't like the typeset as far as competitive Pokemon goes, but I love the design. We get more apes in the game, so no complaining for me.
Yeah.
But, I do want to talk about the different forms, though, of Rockruff in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I do have one last thing to say about Oranguru, and something in general that I have noticed with this generation, and I do praise the designs, and there's a nice simplicity to these characters, but there is a fault to these characters, and I don't know if you noticed it or if it bothers you. And I'll mention Oranguru specifically. On his head, he has a little star. There's purple and there's an orange outline star on his forehead. And that is specifically referencing the mascot for Pokemon Moon.
Okay.
And they all kind of have this symbol, whether it's the sun symbol or the moon symbol. And to me, that is it bothers me a little bit. It kind of stands out. So, for instance, if you look at a rat like a Pidgey, or if you look at a Charmander, there's nothing on their design that specifically says this is from red, this is from blue, or this is from the Kanto region. You can find those Pokemon in Johto or wherever, and it works. But when you look at these Pokemon, you're like, okay, well, that's definitely a Pokemon Moon character, or that's definitely a Pokemon Sun character. And I guess it's like, imagine for a second if, Pokemon Crystal, all the Pokemon had like little crystal spikes or diamonds on them or whatever. You know what I mean? It's something small and very insignificant, and the design of this character and all the other characters that have this kind of attribute are still cool and well designed, but this bothers me a little bit.
I feel like it's a way to dumb it down a little bit, since they are game specific Pokemon. Like, you can only catch one in Sun and the other in Moon. Maybe it's just so
but I mean,
little kids getting introduced into the series, they're just like, oh.
But we were little kids back in the 90s. We didn't need that, Like, I didn't need like a Bellsprout to have a red patch. No, kids are not dumb. I think that's one thing that these
But
TV
that's what game
producers
developers think now. Everything gets dumbed down.
That's what bothers me. That's the only thing that bothers me, is that they're too game specific. Unless you're going to see Oranguru outside of Sun and Moon. Let's say in the future there's, I don't know, Pokemon Rock and Pokemon Paper and Pokemon Scissor, right? And Oranguru has a normal form, and all the Pokemon that are on the island, this is all their Alola forms. And then when, Oranguru is, if you were to catch him, let's say they make another remake of Pokemon Red, he looks completely different. You know what I mean?
It could be.
I doubt it, but who knows? Who knows?
I think you just need to let it go.
Maybe. I don't know. But you were just mentioning, I didn't mean to cut you off, you were talking about Rockruff, which this is one of my favorites of this generation. He's a cute little guy.
Yeah, so if you remember earlier when Pokemon Sun and Moon news was first coming out, I believe it was in a Koro leak where they said that Rockruff was actually related somehow to the starters of the game. Like, they shared some type of attribute. And, I was reading along fan theories and stuff like that. But as you know, Rockruff in Pokemon Sun has a midday form of Lycanroc. and then has a midnight like werewolf form in Pokemon Moon, and that gives him 2 different forms.
Is it Lycanroc or Lycanroc?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out until Reggie comes out and gives out the official naming here. But
the troll himself. I will say I thought it was Lycanroc, and it's like Lycanroc. Lycanroc. That song.
I was thinking.
I don't know. Maybe that's
I was
right.
thinking lice because it's probably has lice on it because it's a dog.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know.
That makes sense. But okay, keep going.
But yeah, there's like speculations going around that maybe the starters' evolutions are gonna be different in the 2 different games.
Ooh.
And what would be like? What is your take
I didn't even
on that?
think about that.
Well,
I
think
didn't
that's
actually
really cool.
hear about that whole connection thing to the starters. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's just a fan theory, but a lot of people are like, well, that might determine not only which starter I get, but which game I get based on if their evolutions do change depending on the game that they're in.
That would give me reason to buy both games. Yeah. Actually, that'd be really cool.
Exactly, marketing scheme, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, the Lycanroc does have a midday form and a midnight form. Both look very, very. They're cool.
I'm still gonna pick. I'm stuck between Lit. I'm just gonna call him Lit.
Oh, Lit.
And Rowlet. This might be the first game where I don't pick a water starter.
Yeah, the clown seal.
Or I might give Poplio some love. I don't know. I still haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I'm moving towards Litten, just because I now have a cat, and I've always been a fire cat. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a really good theory. I don't know. I can see financially and business wise why they would do that, because that's genius to have this. Not only are you pigeonholed by the fact that you can only choose one starter, but now your starters can have 2 different third evolution forms. So also about this game, they mentioned this week that customization of the characters, like clothing and hair and all that, is going to be back in the game. Is that something that you really are into, or is that?
Well, they're really pushing this game to be like, something that brings everyone together, different gender, race, religious background, etc. And I think that just,
What?
Haven't you seen that
Those
commercial?
Jehovah's Witnesses love.
Oh my
love
god.
it.
No, but I think it's really cool. It's a way to personalize your character the way you want it to be. If you want to base it on how you look, or someone that you want to look like, or you look up to, and it just adds personality to the game, and it makes it more you, and it probably makes you more engulfed and engaged in the game. I think.
Are you the type of person that tries to make the trainer look like you, or do you make it like?
I do.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
And it upsets me that they don't have like a fatter option, like, because it's always like this skinny guy, and I'm like, that's what I want to look like, but I don't look like that right now, man. Let me get that fat boy option, let me get that Snorlax option. Yeah?
That's one thing I don't like about Pokemon Go. They're so limited with the customization of those characters. You get like 3 shirts. I mean, I have really long hair. For those who don't know, and like the character that they have, there's no option that is.
They all look the same.
The purebred white dude with like who got like a coupon at Supercuts, and he decided to get a little boy haircut.
Oh, with that spiky haircut that I had back in like 3rd grade too.
You had it in high school too, man. You sported you had the spikes, man. We both at the same time had spiky hair.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I was like I was normal.
You
form.
had the gold tips though. Didn't you get it dyed once?
I was the Alola version of Christian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am excited. I like the customization. I would like to make a character look like me. I was saying earlier, I really want them to have the classic Ash Ketchum hat. I really want them to have the classic Ash Ketchum vest from like the original generation. Anime? I think that'd be so cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know if they'll ever do that, but
they should.
I think they should. That'd be cool. So I'm glad that feature's coming back. And then they showed off these Z moves, which... All right, let me get into these Z moves real quick.
Uh-oh. What's with that sigh?
Well, here's the thing. It's like one powerful burst, you know? It's like, right? And it kills the Pokemon. But these transitions, these little movies that happen, every time I use a Z move, are we going to have to sit there for 3 minutes to watch Pikachu flip? Right?
It's not that long.
It is. It's
I feel
pretty
like
long.
Eevee's is pretty long, and it's just like a
Eevee's-
stat boost. I think that's the most
Dude.
underwhelming one. If we're going to talk about
Yeah. Oh my
that.
god. That was like the freaking final Mega Man's final smash when all the Mega Man come into play and it's like this epic thing, right? You played Smash Brothers 4,
Yeah,
I'm assuming. Yeah, when all the Mega Man come like whoa. You get all the Eevee forms and then it's like, what? Accelerate up.
You know what's the most underwhelming thing about that all, especially seeing it in the trailer, was that like now you know that there probably won't be another Eevee evolution in this game.
That was my first thought. Unless
Like there you go. Unless they like add, like you get the powers based on which Eevee you have in your Pokedex, then maybe they're holding out.
Interesting.
You know, maybe if you use the what's it called, the Evo boost.
It's called the Extreme Evo Boost.
Extreme Evo boost. So say like you only have a Jolteon, maybe only Jolteon pops up and gives you a speed boost
That would give you
know what I'm
incentive
saying?
to get them all.
to collect
That
them
would be
all.
interesting. I like that idea.
Maybe.
I hope that's what
Maybe.
it is.
I hope.
That's a good.
I hope.
But
You know, that's me hopeful
Christian.
wishing
that
that you know there is another evolution.
I there should be an Alola Eevee. You know, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That seems like a no-brainer. Maybe you give a little tiki item or something, and it turns into like a, I don't know.
What if that's why they're in this trailer? Because there's gonna be an Alolan Eevee, which means there's gonna be an Alolan Pikachu.
No,
as
no,
well.
no, no. Here's where you're wrong, Christian Mata. So I don't think that there's going to be an Alola Eevee. I think there will be an Alola Eevee evolution, like Eevee evolution. I can't say evolution. Is that how you say it?
Evolution.
I think because they showed Eevee normally, all right, in the game, that basically retcons any notion that there could be an Alola Eevee. Now they've shown Pikachu. And this is the debate. This is we're here. We got the meat now, right? We've just had appetizers. It was a nice little taste, but here we are for the big freaking debate, right? We have the steak now.
All right,
in front of us. You've been saying that they're gonna come out with an Alola Pikachu, and I said to you, not only did they show Pikachu in its normal form in all the trailers, but Pikachu is the icon of the series, and they're not going to toy with its design. Yes, you could say that they came out with Alola Raichu, but that doesn't mean diddly squat. And here's why.
I'm just holding it all back. Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
I remember. I'm going to bring up past arguments, but discussions we've had. You said, well, there's an Alola Raticate and a Rattata, right? But that's a normal evolution line. Pikachu is not a normal evolution line. You have to evolve it with what? Tell me, Christian. And
A lot of love and a Thunderstone.
Thank you. So it's not a normal evolution. So the idea of Raichu having an Alola form is okay, but they're not going to do it for Pikachu. And they're really building up Pikachu with this Z move. It has the Castropika. I can't even say that. Catastropika, yes. So that's the Pikachu gimmick, right? That's what they're giving Pikachu. That's what they're doing. We're not going to see an Alola Pikachu for that reason. It's if they gave it too much design, people would complain, "Oh, you've changed Pikachu, you've ruined Pikachu." Or if they did too little, they'd be like, "What's the point?" You know? Why did you?
What's the point with giving Raichu an Alolan form and not Pikachu? I just don't understand. Like, why are you gonna mess up Raichu like that? So I'm just gonna throw that out there. I don't like the Alolan Raichu form.
I don't either.
I think they made him look. I mean, I don't want it to sound in a bad way.
It's too cutesy.
But I don't know. It's too like, I don't know, like a little plush doll that I take home and, you know, cuddle with when I was like 7 years old or something. Like, Raichu is, you know, if anything, I wanted a Mega Raichu. I wanted something that'll like looks fierce, that's stronger, that's faster. Because Raichu needs a buff in the game, and I think it deserves an evolution, at least a mega evolution. You know, so that's my first gripe. But if they're gonna do that, they had to make an Alolan Pikachu. I still think that they're just holding it off, not showing it off in the trailers, and you know, it might even be the reincarnation of a surfing Pikachu that evolves into Alolan Raichu.
I think
that's what I'm hoping for.
I honestly think that maybe the only thing that will happen is Pikachu will have the option to surf. It could learn surf in the game, but they're not gonna outright say this is an Alola Pikachu or this is an Alolan form Pikachu. That's just my 2 cents. Because
I mean, why does we get a Vulpix? We get an Alolan Vulpix that turns into Alolan Ninetales. We get a Sandshrew and a Sandslash.
Sure.
We've been shown a Marowak. Like, is there gonna be a Alolan Cubone? And if there is, then why can't we get an Alolan Pikachu? Thunderstone or not?
Because that is your bread and butter. That is your mascot. That is what your company is based on. Like you have to be very careful of how you marketed that character.
Yeah, but you're not gonna change. You're not gonna change the mascot of the game. You're just giving them a different form.
But you are introducing another image to the character, and I think that's what they're afraid of. Because I think they're afraid of the fan backlash. Again, like I was saying, if they change it too much, they're gonna say, "Oh, look what you did! You've ruined our childhood. You've changed it too much. And if you change it too little." Oh, well, you didn't even bother changing it. Oh, so there's no pleasing any side of the spectrum. So they're like, okay, let's just give it a Z form or a Z move.
I don't know. I think we're gonna have an Alolan Pikachu, and I think this is a perfect question to ask the fans and everyone watching this video. Like, do you think there will be an Alolan Pikachu? Yes, no, why, or why not? Leave your comments down below and let us know what you think.
Now, speaking of Pokemon, there is this amazing series called Pokemon Generations. They upload an episode, which are roughly about 4 minutes long. Every Friday, there's going to be a total of 18 episodes. Every Friday till December 23rd. The third episode was just released today, so there are 3 episodes currently up on the Pokemon official YouTube channel. First episode called The Adventure, the second called The Chase, and the third called The Challenger, and you and I have both seen all 3. What's your thoughts on the show, and talk a little bit maybe about what's your favorite episode and what what do you think? What do you think?
What do I think?
What do you think, man?
I want to start off by saying that I love the animation. I like the new art style that they're going with.
Beautiful.
Pikachu, is a different voice actor. I don't really like the squeakiness of Pikachu's voice. I know it's a mouse, but being accustomed to what Pikachu should sound like is kind of like
I do like
annoying.
That the Pokemon have more animalistic voices, like the roars.
Okay.
They roar. Like I like that they don't say their names. There was a scene. Spoilers, I guess I'll say spoilers. In the Challenger, the third episode, they showed Dragonite, and it had a very deep roar. And in the movies and in the anime, it was always like Dragonite, like it had a very high pitch.
Yeah.
Like it didn't seem like it fit the whole character. I like the roars, and I like that it makes them seem a little bit more, I don't know, natural. I like that.
Yeah, but I think I like the first episode. It introduced all the regions, catching up everybody on what they've missed if they have missed anything. The second episode was my favorite up until the third one came out. So if you haven't seen the third episode, definitely check that out.
Yeah, they're getting better. It feels like, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Getting better week by week.
Mm-hmm. I will say.
But I know you were telling me that the second one was your favorite, right?
The second one's still my favorite. Spoilers again. The first one deals with Red and Pikachu, and it just kind of details Red and Pikachu journeying through all the different regions, from Kanto to Kalos. The Chase, which is the second one, it's a raid on the Viridian Gym. Third one is Gary battling the Elite Four, and it ends with Ash, or not, Red Trainer, walking through the door. Yeah. And all 3 are awesome. They were great. Like you were saying, the animation was great. It was so cool seeing Gengar, which is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, how they animated him to come out. That was sick.
So cool. But the chase, which was the second episode, was so cool to me because that we've never seen something like that in a Pokemon movie. It was so different than what we've been introduced as fans. We're very used to a boy, battling trainers or catching Pokemon, or I want to be the very best, or I want to catch them all. It's a whole notion of Pokemon, which is fine. That's what this whole thing is built on. But it was cool seeing a different side of Pokemon, like these stories that you normally would not see, or they're kind of glanced over. You focus on this character who is just a cop, and he had an Arcanine, and there was one that had a Machamp.
Yeah,
it was so cool. And they're trying to infiltrate Viridian City to take down the leader of Team Rocket, which Giovanni has always been one of my favorite characters in the entire series. And I've read the Pokemon manga, and it details, there's a whole thing about the underbelly of Kanto and the crime, and how all the gym leaders are kind of working with Team Rocket. They're all kind of evil. And they're funneling money, the gyms are funneling money into the project to bring Mewtwo to life. To recreate Mewtwo and make this Pokemon weapon, essentially. There's a few gym leaders to the exception, like Erica and Brock and Misty, and Blaine eventually turned good. But having said that, I've always wanted to see like a live action version of that, and we got a taste of that in Pokemon Origins, which was the same company that is developing this, same studio that's developing this. Yeah, have you seen Pokemon Origins?
Oh yeah.
Beautiful piece of animation there. It was a great story. It's the same studio. Very similar animation style, very similar storytelling, the pacing of the episodes. So I loved the chase. I thought that was very great Pokemon entertainment, something that I've been wanting to see for a very long time, and something that if they were to make a live action Pokemon movie, that's what I want to see. I want to see.
And that's probably what they're doing, They're just giving these little teasers, this little taste of seeing what people like and dislike, and they're probably going to get the green light to make a full movie.
Well, there is a Pokemon movie coming out. You know about this, right?
The one with Magearna? The new one?
No. There's going to be a live action movie. I don't remember what studio got the rights. I think it was Lionsgate?
A live action Pokemon movie?
Live action Pokemon movie. Yeah, this is a couple months back. It's officially announced in production.
I'm going to go for that casting call then.
Well, we should. Oh, can you imagine if we get in the movie?
I'm going to be the hiker.
Well, here's the thing. It's not going to be based on any. Do you know what it's going to be?
No.
It's a. Have you seen the trailers for that spin-off game called Detective Pikachu?
Uh-huh.
That's what the movie is. It's a Detective Pikachu live-action movie, which I think is cool. It's safe. It's like, get people used to the idea of a live-action
a different side of Pokemon. I like that. And speaking of detectives, the detective in the second episode of The Chase, I do want to mention it just because I have to. I noticed it. But it's good to know that detective has a good taste in cars, because he rolled up in a Pokemon police Mustang car.
Did he really? Was it a Mustang?
Yep, it is the Mustang body, and that was sick. That was like the first thing I saw, and I left a comment in the video. I'm like, yep, Mustang lives in the Pokemon world.
Did they have? Was it just like the shape of it, or was it like a little like?
It's legit a Mustang.
Can you imagine they had like a little Rapidash?
They should.
Icon. That would have been sweet.
I'm gonna. I actually, that's what I named my car. Officially named my car Eponita.
What?
You see what I did there?
Pony, because you always called your car a pony.
Right? Yeah, it's a pony car.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like it.
I combined Zelda and Pokemon. Now I just got to get the license plate. Eponita.
When I was a kid, I always said that I wanted to get license plates that said Charmander.
I think that's too long.
Well, yeah, I don't have that, obviously. But that's when I was a kid in third grade. I'm like, I want my car to say Charmander.
Char.
Yeah, but I never did it. Okay, so let's move on here, huh?
Yeah, as you can tell, we are really in love with Pokemon, and we
can make a whole Pokemon ChrisCross podcast. Let's talk about these Nike self-lacing shoes that were finally announced by Nike. So they're for those who are not familiar, in Back to the Future 2, there's these shoes of the future, and by future, it was 2015. There's these shoes called Nike Mags, and they light up and they look awesome, and they tie themselves.
The Nike Air Mag, yes.
The Air Mag, yes. So what they did was they released the Air Mags, but they weren't self-lacing originally, and they auctioned them with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Then last year they did a limited run that were self-lacing, but they're super slow. Like the tech was there, but it wasn't 100%. And it was like really, really slow. And that was also auctioned, and they're selling for like 10 grand,
they're
for
pricey.
a set of shoes for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. I went to a good cause, which is great. And they've announced the Nike Hyper Adapt 1.0, which they're not the Nike Max. They don't have the same shape or anything, but they do light up, and they do have the self-lacing shoes, and they come in a black and white color scheme, and they lock up really quick, just like the movie. They're like really quick. They tie. They're self-lacing. I know you're a big shoe guy.
Oh yeah.
And you've seen Back to the Future too, I presume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all on Netflix, so if anyone has Netflix, check it out. No, yeah, I'm huge into shoes. I've been out of the shoe game for a while, and actually I was surprised that Chris was the one that told me about this shoe. I'm usually on top of my game when it comes to this, but I do know that Michael J. Fox actually, was given to, he got an early prototype last year on the anniversary of, Back to the Future Day.
Yes.
And they released that technology. And it's, I think it's cool. Personally, I like tying my shoes, but
who doesn't?
But it's kind of cool, and obviously they're doing this to test out the tech, seeing how it's gonna work, how long it's gonna last, and whatnot, and to fully release the real 100% complete Nike Air Mag, which I'm never going to get my hands on because those things are going to sell out like hotcakes.
They will, and I think these will too. But this is the first mass-produced shoe with this tech, which is great. So this is kind of like a test run, like you were saying. So
yeah.
Will we see the Nike Mags? Hopefully. They confirmed it?
I'm pretty sure they're coming out next year. I follow shoes. One of the biggest shoe collectors out here in Chicago. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he has pairs of those Nike Air Mags that you're talking about that released before. I think he has like 4 pairs of them. But yeah, he was telling me that they're supposed to be coming out next year, sometime in 2017, full tech, full everything.
Wow.
For a massive general release. So it's not going to be like an auction or anything like that.
I mean, let's say you buy them, right? Are you going to wear them?
Mm-hmm. No.
That's something that I would want to keep in the box or put in the glass
unless I'm gonna
case.
take an Instagram picture, and trying to flex on everybody, then maybe. But they just don't really go with anything style wise. I feel.
Oh no, that's not my worry. I would wear the hell out of them because I think they're cool. But I'd be worried that they get dirty or I'd scuff them or.
Oh yeah, the collection value is just too high to even, especially out here. Can you imagine rocking those in the snow?
Oh, well. Yes, I can. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the DVD Blu-ray releases this week. Every Tuesday, as you or may not know.
Every Tuesday DVD release.
Yeah, something I always look forward to as a kid. I go to Target with my dad or whatever, and the DVDs came out.
And it has to be Target, bro.
It has to.
You know why?
Why?
This is why I always buy my CDs and my Blu-rays or whatnot at Target.
Why is that?
They're every time, the actual release date, they're always on sale at Target.
Really?
They're at least $2 or $3 cheaper there.
Here's something I've noticed about Target. They always have special edition or collector's cases or really nice bundles.
Or Target exclusives and stuff like that.
They have the discs. Yeah, the Target exclusive discs and stuff. So, yeah, I was always a Target shopper for those kind of things.
Me too.
So, 2 releases that I think kind of, they describe us pretty well. One was, why don't you take the first one?
It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows, released on Blu-ray.
You know what's funny? One, I have not seen either of these films, the first or this one. I don't even know your thoughts on this movie. Did you like it? I knew you're hyping it up beforehand, but I don't know what your thoughts are after the fact. So, was this a good movie? Tell us what your thoughts as a huge Turtle lifelong fan, and is this a DVD Blu-ray buy? Do you recommend it?
Yes, I'm gonna say that right away.
Okay.
Yes, because there is a special bundle where it comes with like little action figures of all the turtles. I think you have Bebop, Rocksteady, and I think I saw Splinter in there as well. But you know, my gripes with the first movie was that it just seemed rushed. It seemed like the story just didn't make sense. Like they took two different stories, and you know, and it all added up because of the fans that were ranting about it, and the studio probably last minute changed things. But
They did. That was confirmed.
yeah, you know, I saw great potential in the movie. I'm like, I know that now that they know what they did wrong, the second one is going to be amazing. And then like all the hype leading up to it, to me it paid off. You know, I loved the movie. I thought that the turtles, you know, they were more lively. You got to see more of their personality. They didn't really focus too much, or not as much, on like Megan Fox as they did in the first one. And you got to see Bebop and Rocksteady on the big screen for the first time as a Turtles fan. That was amazing. On top of that, we got Krang. You know, I love the movie. It was a lot.
Casey Jones.
And Casey Jones. See, I'm telling you, it gets better and better. I think there's still room for improvement, but I'm happy that it made a lot of money, and we're gonna get a third one.
I think they've already confirmed a fourth as well. They've confirmed a fourth too.
Really? 4?
Yeah, they've confirmed 3 and 4.
And this movie was by far better than the first Ninja Turtles movie. Not the original one, but the first Michael Bay one. Yeah, so I recommend it. I'd go buy it.
Definitely buy.
If you're a Turtles fan, yes. No, maybe the story could have needed a little work, you know, but overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I mean, granted, I know a lot of people were complaining about the designs for them. They tweaked them a little bit for this one. Yeah,
they don't look as crazy.
They don't look as crazy. Shout out to the Goombas from Super Mario Brothers movie.
Best movie ever.
Nope. Nope. I won't let you do this, Christian. Do you remember when we reviewed the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah.
And we like trashed it. And
even though I didn't want to, but
what? Okay, well, regardless, in the review we said negative things, right? And then the fan community, there's like one website randomly saw the video and were like, "Hey, this is why you're wrong." And I'm like, "Whoa!"
They sent us like a whole like.
It was like a well-written letter of why we were wrong, and I'm like, you know, tomatoes. Like, we didn't like it, but you know, good for you. I thought that was the funniest thing. Random thing too. I remembered the other day. Do you remember when you and I used to do blog TV?
Yeah,
live
I saw
shows?
that comment too.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember?
No way.
Do you remember the nights when we got hacked during a live show, but like these German viewers?
Oh yeah, and they were posting stuff in the comments, right?
And like because we would do the segment where we would have like a viewer or a fan showcase for a while, right? And then all of a sudden we had like, I think it was like, we had like 1,000 people watching, and like it was all these Germans posting, and we're like, what's going on? And then like the girl was one of them, right?
Yeah.
And she's on there, we're like, hi, like, what? She's like, hi, ChrisCross Media, and then she starts taking her shirt off, and we're like, what? We like clicked out of it right away, and we're like, what just happened? And then we had this like, I guess someone created like a hashtag like ChrisCross versus Germany or whatever. It was like World War III. Like I totally forgot.
That comment brought back
years ago.
I'm like, damn, man, if that's been a long time.
That was so long ago. Oh my god. So now the second movie that came out is the Beauty and the Beast 25th Anniversary Signature Collection Edition. That is a mouthful. This is actually it's been released on Blu-ray. But this is for the 25th anniversary, and now Disney's rolling out the Signature Collection. This is the second release in the Signature Collection, the first being Snow White. Yep. And there are 4 versions for the film that is released on this Blu-ray. There was the in-progress version, which was just rough animation. It was black and white. There's no color to it. This was actually showed to a test audience when the movie was still in production, but they wanted to get a feel for the tone and see what people thought, and they loved it. And this has been released on Blu-ray before, but this is also bundled with the package. There is the original theatrical release that was released in 1991, I believe. There's the anniversary version, which has an additional song sequence, Human Again. And then there is a 4th version of the film, and it's just a movie, but it's sing-along. So, yeah. And it has a bunch of special features. Obviously, I think, you know.
I'm going to have to pick that one up.
Yeah.
You know, I watched Snow White for the first time. Remember, I was showing you. Well, not me, but I showed my girlfriend Snow White for the first time, and I actually bought that signature collection one on Comcast on like digital. You know, I want to get the the actual physical copy, but you know that was the first time she saw Snow White, and now that this is the second one coming out. I can't remember the last time I watched Beauty and the Beast.
So good. It's a Disney classic. I mean, I'm sure everyone here...
Is there any reason why this is the second one in the signature collection, other than it's the 25th?
You know, I think they're just going for popular. Whenever there is a new version of something, Disney always starts with Snow White. When the first Disney DVD was Snow White, the first Blu-ray was Snow White. So when they did the signature, they said, okay, the first one's going to be Snow White. And if I remember correctly, the second one is always Beauty and the Beast. So I think that's just it's just, you know, Beauty and the Beast was in terms of Disney, you know, you have the first movie, which is Snow White. Then Beauty and the Beast won did it win an Academy Award, or was it nominated for the Academy Award? I think it was the first animated movie to be nominated for an Academy Award. And the song was so iconic back in the 90s. So that's that. And then The Lion King is known for being the highest grossing animated film of all time. So there's kind of those tokens that they kind of carry with that. So
We'll pick them up both.
Pick them up. You tell them, Christian.
I'm going to put them on my Target Red card. Shout out to Target again.
Ooh! You know, it's funny. Target's not everywhere. I learned that with some of my international friends. I'm talking about Target, and like, what do
you know why I want to get Target another shout out?
Right.
Because they changed some of their like red Target balls to Pokeballs at the front of the stores.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I want to take a picture.
So cool.
That's a goal of mine for this weekend. I'm gonna because they painted the ones over here, so I'm gonna go over there and take a picture. Take all my Pokemon with me.
I took a picture. I saw it and I was freaking out, and I was like, oh! And like people were looking at me like, what? You right? I'm like, it's a ball. Okay, so we're talking about movies. Let's talk about the movies that were released in the theaters this week. September 23rd, The Magnificent Seven is coming out, which is a remake of the 1960s film starring Steve McQueen and Charles Bronson, which is a classic Western. And ironically, the original 1960s Magnificent Seven was based on the 1954 film Seven Samurai. So, both classic films.
Jesus, so much history.
But this movie has Chris Pratt and Denzel Washington, which I know you're a big Denzel Washington fan. That's your favorite actor, is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
And Chris Pratt, I mean, I love Chris Pratt. I loved him in Parks and Rec. I obviously loved him in Jurassic World and Guardians of the Galaxy, and he looks great as a cowboy.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen the trailer for this movie. Mm-hmm. I just don't know much about it, so you're gonna have to fill me in.
Well, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. You have to go see it. But I'm playing the trailer right now. How do you not see it playing on the screen right now? But
you know, it's funny that Chris Pratt is in it because he's also part of ChrisCross Media, and it just happens to be our magnificent 7th year on YouTube.
Congratulations, Chris Pratt. Well, tell them that we have Chris Pratt joined the crew, and Chris Evans, who's Captain America, and Chris Hemsworth, who's Thor,
and Chris Rock. Can't forget about Chris Tucker either. Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee. Lee. They're all part of the ChrisCross.
I love Chris. There's that scene in Rush Hour 2 when he's on the plane, and the Chinese stewardess is trying to tell him to calm down. He's like, "I've seen you in Godzilla. You all screaming like gag 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 gag." That's my favorite freaking line. Gosh, I love Chris Tucker. I really want a Rush Hour 4. That's the movie I want. Yeah.
I want another Friday with Chris Tucker too, but we ain't gonna get that either.
Why not? Why do you say no?
I don't. It's been in the works for too long, and I think just the money isn't there, and he's older now, so I don't know if he wants to do that role, but
the money's there. Ice Cube's still relevant.
Yeah, but I think there's still beef from the first one, because he wasn't in any other one.
Oh, wait, Ice Cube wasn't in the sequel?
No, Chris Tucker.
Wait, there's 2 Fridays, right?
There's 3 Fridays.
Really? And Chris Tucker was in how many of them? Just one?
Just the first one, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the story behind that was, granted, it put him on the map pretty much. Friday did, but I guess Ice Cube, it was just like a paid role pretty much, and I don't think he got any royalties for it or anything. It was just the way the contract was written up. Mm-hmm. And no one expected it to blow up the way it did, and it did. Mm-hmm. But
great movie.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that's
great movie, by the way. The intro to the first Fridays is like such, I don't know, so funny. He's getting up in the morning and he's going to the fridge and like his dad's yelling at him or whatever. That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, classic
well,
movie.
Shout out to Chris Tucker.
All the other Chris's.
If we have a Z move, and when you use that Z move, all the Chris's come out, and our speed is goes up a little bit, and our defense goes up a little bit.
Just for a view boost. All the views go up, the likes go up, the subscriptions go up.
I want to film that as a skit, like you and I, like have you seen that weird Z move thing they do with the hands, like Ash and Pikachu? It's like the weird like.
Oh yeah, they're looking like Power Rangers out there.
Yeah, right. I want to do that. Like you and I film that, and then like all of a sudden, like it's Chris Pratt, Chris Evans,
Yeah.
Like we'll be like the Christopher Walkens, like just like random people. That'd be so funny.
Chris Farley.
Oh, rest in peace.
R.I.P. Rest in paradise.
All right. Well, we talked movies. We've talked Pokemon. We've debated.
We've talked shoes.
We talked shoes. We talked about a lot of different things. But you know what? Why don't we talk about our fans, right? First off, I just want to say thank you for watching. Fans, you guys, all the I consider you guys
family.
Family. I really do. We've known you guys for 7 years now, and for those who are just watching, or just starting to watch ChrisCross Media, you're part of something special, and you're part of our lives in a very significant way. And I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've done, every comment, every like. We see it all, and it means so much, and it gives us the energy and the fuel and the creativity to keep doing what we do 7 years later. And do you have anything to add to that? Because then we're going to go into fan question.
No, everything was very well said. I'm ready to answer some questions.
Well, it's a question. One question. I only picked one.
Oh, yeah, man.
But if you guys have questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below here, or send it to us on our Facebook and Twitter, or the Instagram.
Everything, and man. We're all over the place now.
We're all over the place, yeah. And we'll answer it in the next podcast. So this is from John from @TwinsPlay. And he says, question, in all caps. What would go on the official ChrisCross burger? Also, what would go on the ChrisCross pizza?
Well, that one's easy.
That one's easy.
I'm pretty sure we can answer that, both of us, in sync.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you're a long-time ChrisCross Media viewer, you know what the ChrisCross pizza is. But there is an ALOLA version, and then there's a normal version. why don't you go ahead and say what what is the ChrisCross pizza, Christian?
All right, the ChrisCross pizza.
And we'll also say or you tell the pizza and I'll tell the story of how it happened.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I hope I don't get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure the ChrisCross pizza contains the following.
That was like a drug advert.
It's pepperoni,
Ooh.
sausage,
Mm-mm.
green pepper, onion,
There you go.
and pineapple.
Dude, you're missing a lot, man. Who even are you right now?
What?
There's a lot more that goes on this pizza.
All right, go on.
You forgot bacon. Finish it off, man. You forget.
I'm on a diet, man. I cut the bacon out, man.
Bacon. There's steak on it too.
Jesus. What are we?
There is barbecue sauce. There was.
Oh yeah, barbecue instead of marinara. Yeah.
There's extra cheese.
Extra cheese.
There's black olives. And then my version. This is the only difference between my pizza and yours. Was mine had anchovies.
Oh my god.
Why I can't talk normally? It sounds like garbage.
Dude,
but
I agreed to anchovies. Because I always thought olives were anchovies. That's what I thought they were.
Okay, so this is the story. So for those, you can watch it right now. It's up. There is the Star Wars vlogs. We went to Celebration 5 in 2010 for Star Wars in Orlando, Florida. We're staying at the beautiful Hilton Resort over there. And for room service on the first night, we were very, very hungry, as we were, chubby and hungry. Like every 10 minutes. And we're like, you know what? Let's get a pizza and chicken wings. And we're like, you know what? Let's both get like the extra large size, but not just one. Let's both get our own pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And we did. And we said, okay, I can't choose which toppings I want. So we looked at all of them, and then we called them. We said, can we get them all? And the guy's like, yeah. And he says, how many settings do you need? And we're like, just 2? And he goes, wait, there's only 2 people? We're like, yeah. And he goes, that's a lot of pizza. And we're like, yeah. I know that's a lot of pizza. And we took it down. We had a couple pieces
not proud of that moment, but
we had a couple pieces we put in the fridge, and we ate cold the next morning, which was
I love
best.
cold pizza. Cold pizza is my favorite. I love cold food.
It's like my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Cold food's amazing, yeah. Mm-hmm. But mine had anchovies, yours didn't. And on video, on this vlog, we have Christian trying one of my pieces. His first anchovy experience, and it was everything I hoped it would be and more. I still have that image of you in your boxers with a white shirt.
Get it out. Get it out.
Like, and you're like laying on the bed, freaking like Titanic, Draw Me Like Your French Girl style, eating a freaking pizza with the TV on. And like licking your fingers because the barbecue sauce. I have such a good memory of that. It's like that was a good freaking trip. But that is the official ChrisCross pizza. What would go on the ChrisCross burger? I'm not sure.
I would make it similar to the pizza. To be honest, I mean you already have the steak. If it's a steak burger, I have to throw a slice of pineapple on there. It's pretty much like the bonsai burger at Red Robin. To me,
I was thinking that with the onion straws maybe.
Yeah, you get the onions in there, you got the sweet barbecue sauce, the pineapple, you can probably toss some I don't know about olives on a burger or anchovies. I wouldn't do that.
Maybe the green olives. Maybe some pickle.
I'll put the olives in my martini. What about that? How do you like that?
Why are you trying to sell me like you're selling me a car? All right, fine, I'll buy it. Yeah, well, and then throw some anchovies on there.
No, bonsai burger, yeah. Red Robin. That's the ChrisCross official burger right there.
Do you have a favorite Red Robin burger?
Yeah, that's it right there. The bonsai.
The bonsai. I really like the Whiskey River barbecue.
Whiskey
burger.
River.
Really good.
It's funny that Red Robin, that was always the place we went to like meet up,
dude,
or like to have like
was...
conferences and stuff. Like
we would have meetings, early ChrisCross meetings, always at Red Robin.
To this day, if I want to meet somebody, let's go to Red Robin.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And so you get the endless fries, the endless shakes,
everything,
the great burgers, great atmosphere, and then shout out to Red Robin, by the way. And yeah, then whenever we had like a meeting, like, you know, we would meet with someone who's going to help work on a project with us, whether it was a guy who's doing music for us or whatever. It was always Red Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You just remember?
Are there Red Robins out there?
There is. There is one that's not too far from me.
All right, good
But
stuff.
I haven't been there. I haven't been there yet.
I'm shaking my head for those people that can't see me. I'm just.
I can't.
Well, no one can see me except Chris,
no one can see you. You just hear the.
I'm over here doing all
sound.
these gestures, you know, trying to add a little flair. And
I'm watching. Yeah, you dressed up nice. You look good. You know.
Got my Lakers hat on.
You got your Lakers hat. I don't know why you chose to wear buttless chaps, but okay. that's
Don't tell nobody, man.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's the official ChrisCross burger. If you want to go make it, yourself at home, go for it. Go. This is what I want to see, right? Well, one, I want to have a slice of ChrisCross pizza with you soon someday, Christian. Like this needs to happen.
Hopefully sometime next year. I gotta cut down a little bit. I let myself splurge too much after this injury.
That sounds so dirty. All right, you and you splurging, you have fun. But here's the thing: if you guys at home make a ChrisCross pizza or the ChrisCross burger, you know that's still good. Make a picture, take a picture, make a picture, take a picture, and feel free to send it to us and just hashtag that ChrisCross pizza or
ChrisCross
and then
burger.
make sure to reply us at ChrisCrossMedia. I want to see that. I want to see someone enjoy that. You know, let's get that going. I'm
telling you, man, one day we're going to do that Ninja Turtles month, and we're going to make all types of pizzas, man. We're going to take comments from the fans, and we're going to eat some crazy pizzas, I'm telling you.
I'm waiting for that one person who watched this episode, and they're going to make an all anchovy pizza, and they're going to watch you suffer.
Hey, man, I've done some crazy things for the fans before. You know, if that's what it takes.
Remember that Wilford Brimley song, which is also a callback to when we went to the diabetes song.
The diabetes song.
Remember that line? He says, "I've done things I shouldn't do."
Yeah.
Which is so like ambiguous, so like mysterious. What did he do? Done? Yeah, what did he do? The context.
Like, let's be real. What did you do?
What did he do? Oh, that should be I should put that song somewhere eventually. We should do something with that. That is also a classic ChrisCross moment. That song, and the Coke in the Bottle dance. A lot happened that trip.
Coke in the bottle, spin. There's a lot of memories, man. I did a lot of firsts with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This podcast is going too long.
This is the first and last ChrisCross Media Podcast. Just context. This is for me it's 12:30 a.m. and for you it's 2:30 a.m. Wow.
So that's how you know. That's how you know the fans got us dedicated.
Yeah, man. We staying up late.
Last night I had no energy. Right now I don't even know if I'm going to sleep.
We were supposed to record this last night. All right. Well, I guess we're kind of going off topic. That's the closing. We just kind of ramble. I guess this is what you get. But
this is the part of the show where we ask the fans to leave questions for next podcast.
Yeah, give us questions and just give us feedback. What did you like? What did you not like? And are there things you would like us to do? And we'd love to give you a shout out if that's a suggestion that we take and implement on the show. So that's it, I guess. That's the ChrisCross Media Podcast.
That's all, folks.
1. Yeah, this was fun, Christian. You had a good time?
I did.
Yeah.
All smiles.
All smiles. So what do we have to look forward to this week? I'm going to be posting a video on Tuesday. And we have another ChrisCross podcast that we're going to be recording at the end of the week, and we're going to be posting it on Saturday, right? You want to do Saturday?
I think that'll work out. Best. Yeah. And then it'll give us more time during the week to gather up some news and questions and stuff like that. But
Sounds good. So Tuesdays and Saturdays, you can expect uploads from us. So make sure to subscribe. Click that little alert button. near the subscription button so you can be notified when ChrisCross videos are posted. And that's pretty much it, guys. This was fun. I love this. This feels good. I'm happy to be here. You know, I'm loving this. This is again something that we've been talking about since
for a long time.
Day one, maybe. The ChrisCross. We had so many different ideas what we wanted to do, but this is finally
unscripted.
Came together.
There we go.
So make sure to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And Christian's Twitter is. This is what you tell me.
My bad. You can follow me on Modified Gaming on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And links are always down below. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'm Chris.
And I'm Christian.
And you've just been ChrisCrossed. Peace out.
I'm still doing the peace out thing. Like
you're still showing the fingers, but no one can see it.
Like they're looking at me.
Christian, no one can see you.
Peace out, fingers.
It's gonna be us when we're old. I'm like, Christian, nobody's there. No, it's the voices. God damn it. Christian, you're blind.
Darn damn it.
Dang nabbit.